Hi everyone, it's Roger and Abe here from DisKingdom.com, and in this episode we're going to be discussing the new trailer for Finding Dory, which was just broadcast on Ellen DeGeneres' show. She's playing Dory, so we're going to kick straight off with talking about that one there. Abe, you were lucky enough to see some of the extra footage and some stuff back at the D23 Expo.
Yes, I was.
Yes. So are you excited about Finding Dory?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I like. yeah, that's it. We're out. come back in July.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. That's all we're talking about. No, of course I'm excited for it. Actually, Finding Nemo was definitely my favorite Pixar movie for the longest time. I think it was my favorite until Ratatouille came out, and then Up. But anyways, no, it's awesome. I've always loved fish and aquatic fish and going to the ocean a lot, especially since I'm in California. So it's like going to the beach a lot was awesome. But and I grew up with fish tanks and everything. So I love the idea of a story in the ocean. And Dory was such a lovable character. Everybody loved her, and Ellen DeGeneres is awesome. So the fact that they're doing a Finding Dory is cool. I do like the idea. It's kind of similar in the sense that, you're trying to find, a certain fish or whatever, but her story is cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, by the looks of the trailer, it looks like she's trying to find her family.
Right. She's trying to find her family, but they do get a little disconnected sometimes throughout the case.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because I'm wondering if it's not necessarily, sort of Nemo and
it's more of a mental thing. It's more of a mental thing. Finding Dory is it's more of a mental thing, but you still have a little disconnect physically as well. But from the footage that we saw at D23, the additional footage, I mean, obviously we're talking about the trailer, which is cool. It's more of a teaser. We don't get too much given away. But from the additional footage, there's some really cool new characters being introduced, and her story is going to be pretty entertaining. So we're really excited for that.
Yeah. See, this is the thing from my point of view, because I've only seen the teaser trailer that came out. First off, we didn't see any new characters. We had Robbie Williams doing the Beyond the Sea again, which is cool. And I love the fact that, in some ways, for me, watching that trailer, it just felt like a continuation. It just felt like more Finding Nemo. It felt similar. That it looked the same. It was the same characters. It literally just picked up where the old one went. It sounded the same. It looks the same, and that was kind of quite nice because it's very, very safe. It's just more of what we've already loved. So it was less about pushing new stuff at you.
Yeah, it's definitely a continuation. It picks off after they have been living together for a little bit. Dory obviously lives with them. Most of the same voice actors are in this, except for Nemo, obviously, because the kid grew up. But Nemo. Yeah. So Marlon's the same voice actor, and obviously Ellen's playing Dory. But there's a lot of cool new characters. They did reveal a few at D23. I think one of my favorite ones, I forget the name, but Christopher Walken. Or is he who voices it? Yeah, he voices the octopus. No, was it Christopher? I don't think it was Christopher Walken. No. Somebody else voiced it. But anyways, there's a cool octopus in it. I don't even remember.
It's that kind of thing, I think, with this sort of trip. Disney are very much, it feels like at the minute, they're very much in sort of, we've got The Good Dinosaur coming out in a couple of weeks. And we've got The Force Awakens, but next year's movie slate is huge, and it feels like the last couple of months they've been really pushing on the idea, of getting these trailers out, getting us excited, getting the Disney fans kind of, we've had the Finding Nemo, we've had Finding Dory, we've had Alice Through the Looking Glass, we're getting ready for the Civil War trailer. They're definitely kind of getting us ready for next year with all these new movies to keep going. When in some way, but maybe that's the great thing now with the internet. They can just put a trailer up on YouTube, and it creates its own. It almost doesn't really require a lot of cost for advertising as it used to.
No, yeah, that's the way they do it now. So it's a common practice. What was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, just to correct myself earlier, I said Christopher Walken because I was thinking about the Jungle Book trailer, but it's actually Ed O'Neill. He's from Modern Family or Married with Children. He voices Hank the Octopus.
Oh, him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, Go
Definitely
ahead.
that kind of dad mode,
Yeah,
granddad mode.
no, he's a cool guy. But anyways, no, like you said, it's just the way the way it's being advertised. It's just the way things are done now. So
Yeah. It looks good. I'm really kind of excited because I always love finding Nemo. Again, it's that same thing of very connected to the ocean. We were always in and out of the ocean as kids. Had fish tanks myself, so kind of has that connection. I'm trying to think, when did Finding Nemo come out?
Oh geez, Finding Nemo came out. I'm trying to remember.
I'm trying to think.
It was definitely was it the fourth movie?
Yeah, I'm just
figuring out 2003.
That would make sense because the following year in 2004, I went to the Great Barrier Reef and was in Australia, and I was and seeing Nemo's, and it was huge out in Australia because obviously that's where it's set and stuff. And I always remember that being all the literally cans up in like northern Australia. The streets were just full of knockoff Nemo stuff because everyone was promoting you can go see Nemo on the reef. That was everywhere you went. And I just remember probably why that kind of I've always kind of got that thing with it being Australian stuff because I think at that time it was just huge. And obviously when you go on the rides and stuff like Crush Coaster in Paris and things like that, it kind of all interconnects back into that sort of movie. So I just love the fact it's kicking back off where we left it. It feels familiar. It feels nice and safe. And I'm sure it's going to be a huge hit next year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be awesome. I mean, everybody loves Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And the franchise, so obviously, it's going to do great.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'd love to know your thoughts on the Finding Dory trailer. Comment below, get in touch, let us know, and you can find us through Facebook, Twitter, and all the other different kind of social medias. Big shout out to our patrons, Ethan at swordapps.com and magicbandcollectors.com, and also shout out to our other patrons as well. Really does help having supporters like yourselves. Anyway, guys, big thank you for watching, and we shall see you guys in a later video. Later.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.